guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to chat a little bit about things that I've learned since living in the Netherlands and that I've learned from Dutch culture. One of the first that is has been very valuable to me is prevalence of, I would say, more modest type clothing that women wear here. I grew up in a state where a lot of women and girls wear very short shorts, very low shirts, very short dresses, like all that type of clothing. And that was very normal, and I would say, especially growing up, like that's kind of how a lot of girls gain confidence, is just by showing their body in some way and getting good reactions or that kind of thing. And I found that that is not as common here. I'm just sharing from what I have seen personally. So I know obviously there's people that dress immodestly everywhere, but I would say in general, from what I've experienced, girls dress a lot more modestly than what I'm used to. And I find that so empowering, actually. And at this point in my life, like, I definitely have found that showing my body in different ways, or showing my skin, is just not a way to build confidence for me, and it's actually has the opposite effect. Like, now I find that if something is a little bit lower or too short, then I'm just constantly fidgeting with my clothing, and I just hate that feeling of feeling like insecure that something is out of place or possibly being shown, or so I really avoid that now. And I feel like I've learned that a lot from Dutch women, and just that growing confidence from things like having a great personality, or having interesting things to talk about, or having an interesting life in general, is such a more pure and genuine form of confidence. And I really love that. I love that I've learned that here. The second one is, I love that Dutch people are very in the moment. So when you're having coffee with people, or you're in some kind of a social setting, or out on a terrace, people are very present with each other, and you can see it in society around you. Like, people are not generally just sitting across from each other on their phones, texting or looking at Instagram. Like, people really share a moment together still, and I really appreciate that. And I find that it makes me want to be more in the moment, and I feel like I'm leaving more and more distractions out of my life a little bit more, especially in social settings, and I'm just able to connect a little bit more easily. And I feel like it's made me grow more social skills too. So I don't feel like I'm avoiding the moment, those awkward moments, as much by getting on my phone or that kind of thing. So that's been a really valuable experience for me as well. The next one, I would say, I think there's less of a focus on money here than there is in my experience back home. People back home are very quick to make, if they have a chance to make more money, they will jump on that much more quickly than they'll jump on a good experience, or adding value to their life in that kind of way. And so I really like that I've learned that from people here, that people value so much good experiences and having a great time together, and enriching your life with travel, and doing fun activities and that kind of thing. So I really like that focus on enjoyment of life versus adding money and working really hard. I mean, obviously Dutch people work really hard too, but I feel like the balance between working hard and doing really great, cool things with your life is really quite balanced here. So I think, that's a really awesome thing that I've learned from Dutch people. The next thing that I've learned from Dutch people is that people are quick to reuse or fix, or basically, they have a value on things that I think I'm a little bit less used to back home. People back home are very quick to buy something new, or buy, if something fails, then they just immediately buy a new one, or buy, something to replace it. But here I feel like people are very quick to fix things that are broken, or, repurpose it or recycle, or, you know, I really like that method of valuing items and things that are in your life. And I think throwing things away is a little less common, and maybe that has to do with the fact that it's not always easy to throw things away. Like, for instance, where we live, like the trash bins are very small, so where I lived back home, there's just a giant dumpster, and you could literally throw anything in it. Like, there's sometimes mattresses next to it, and like there's giant, pieces of furniture next to the dumpster sometimes that they, hope that will be hauled away. But here, yeah, there's just not really an opportunity to throw big items away, so I think a lot of things are repurposed or resold, or yeah, I think that really shows that things have value, and your hard-earned money and time went into purchasing whatever that item was. And I like that people put a value to that and say, like, that, I don't know, feel that things are not as easily disposable. So I think that's a really cool thing that I've learned here living in the Netherlands. The last thing that I feel like I've learned living in the Netherlands is the ease of letting things go. And I don't know if this is even really a cultural thing, but I've learned this while I've lived here. People are careful with what they put their time and energy in here. And so if they come across a situation that is not worth their time and energy, they don't invest in it. And I think that that is a really awesome and valuable skill, actually. And I kind of wish that that was everywhere, because I think I'm more used to the approach of just getting involved in things to be involved in things. And sometimes there's situations that it just isn't necessary, and you can leave yourself out of drama, you can leave yourself out of, negative situations, and that will add much more value to your life than being included in that. And so I think I've learned since living in the Netherlands, or possibly from Dutch people as well, that yeah, it's good to invest in the things that you really care about and that will add value to your life. And you can leave the rest, including people, including activities you're interested or not interested in, including drama, or any of those types of situations. Like, I think just knowing that what you put your energy in is an investment, it will add to your life or it will take away from your life. So I just wanted to share a few things that were somewhat impactful to me. And I don't know if all of these things are cultural or just personal, or I hate to generalize too much, but it's fun to talk about differences between living where I'm from and here. And I know that other people are interested in those differences as well. So share your thoughts down below. I always like to have conversations with you guys, whether you have the same opinion or differences of opinion. I think it's really fun to just chat about it a little bit. So let me know maybe your thoughts, and if you feel differently, if you feel the same, love to hear about it. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!